So the first thing we need to do is to open our starter image. A little quick note here is if your file is coming from a camera, such as mine here is an NEF, which is for Nikon camera, you just have to go through a quick develop stage before you can open and edit it. So you go ahead and say open, and then you'll get this screen. Do not touch anything here. We do all of the changes inside Photoshop. We just open and away we go. So the first thing I do is to go to crop tool. Now, it may be on your toolbar that it looks like this magic wand here, or maybe it looks like the object selection tool. You just, when you see a little arrow in the bottom right-hand corner, click and open that extra menu so that you can choose which one you want to use. In this case, it's the crop tool. Up here in the top bar, you'll notice that there's ratio and then these numbers here. Now, this artwork is square, so I'm going to use 1:1. And then you can see there, I can now move this around until I'm happy with where it sits. If your artwork is 30:40, 16:20, whatever it is, that's the ratio you use. And then you don't have to worry about where your mouse is. You just move the outer edge until it sits just outside the artwork itself. Hit enter. By the way, I know these details can be a lot to remember when you're actually sitting down to work. So I've put all these points into a free checklist linked below. It's a great tool for keeping track of your progress now and for future edits. So the next step is to use the Distort tool. Now, before we can use it, we have to make a layer or duplicate this one. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate it. That way I have an original copy of this in the file that I'm working on right now. So I've got that as a new layer now, and you can see there's no lock on it, so I can edit this. So the next thing is to go to Edit and Transform and Distort. Now this is where you zoom in. Now you can use the Control plus or minus to zoom in and out, or you can use the Alt and the mouse wheel to zoom in and out, which is the one I actually like better. So click the corner and then you move it out until it just sits on the edge. Now you'll see that I'm moving the frame to the edge. If your art does not come with the frame, you would just use the edge of the artwork. So I'm now going to be going around each edge very quickly, and then I'll do a second pass to do a perfecting round. And yes, this is one of my artworks. I use it because I don't have to pay for it. Okay, so things look pretty good there. Hit enter. In some cases, if your artwork was photographed with a camera, there's a chance that there is a bowing that happens. I found that warp tool effective. To find that, I go to Edit and Transform and then Warp. And now you can see there is the four corners, but in this case, unlike the Distort tool, there is a mid handle here that affects the edge. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. See, I just bring it in until I see that it's just touching. That's what I like about this tool, is that I can make it very precise. And one other thing to keep in mind, for the top and the bottom, I go up and down. For the left and right, I go side to side. I don't go all willy-nilly with this because that would make it funky. The purpose of this is to make the image accurate to the original art, not new art. So again, I'm going to go around to the four edges and just check in. Just the edges. I don't touch the four corners because I've already adjusted those. Now, I do encourage you to experiment for yourself. And if you want to work with the warp tool, just use that for the four corners and the edges. Do it. Whatever works for you. So again, I'm just going to make sure that that edge is just touching and maybe a little bit over, like by a couple of pixels, maybe over the edge. And now I can hit Control-0 to zoom out and hit enter. And the artwork is straight. Before you go do a skip and a dance, as you should, go to File, Save As. I'm going to save my file in this folder and call it a day. A couple of things to consider. Practice when you don't have a deadline looming. There's nothing worse than trying to scramble and get images ready to, say, apply to a gallery, art festival, competition, residency, especially when you don't know the software very well. If there's anything that's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong when there's a deadline. Try to avoid that. The other thing is, number 2, I would suggest doing a whole bunch of your images all at once. You get kind of in the flow and, it's just a lot more time efficient. When you do a bunch at once, you do get used to doing this that much easier and it just gets that much quicker as a result. Congratulations, you have your straightened artwork and you're ready to go. Or are you? Ever wonder if your artwork's image is color accurate? It's not. I'm going to show you the exact formula that I have relied on for over 30 years. It takes 2 minutes. Stay tuned for that. Hit subscribe so you can be alerted. I'm Sonia Wilkinson. I help fine artists present their work so well their audience can't resist buying, awarding, and participating in their art business adventure. I'll see you in the next one.